I will like to present our today's speaker, Dr. Marilyn Rossner. I think if I start talking about her, I can talk 2 hours. So I will not talk.
That's good.
I will hand it over to her so that you all can enjoy her maxim. So, Dr. Rossner, it is for you now.
What's this for?
It will you talk and it will be live. You don't have to do anything. Yeah.
Asa tama sat gamaya, tamasama jotir gamaya, mitur ma amritam gamaya. Loving and living Lord God, lead us from the darkness to the light, from the unreal to the real, and above all, from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Om Tat Sat. Good morning, sisters and brothers. I'm very happy to be here and to be able to share a little bit about my favorite topic, which is life after death and spirit communication. When I'm here, of course, I think of Mira and I think of wonderful Vinesh, who, like my husband, they're in the heaven world, and I'm sure they're right here today with us. So, how many have ever read the work of Raymond Moody? Okay. Eben Alexander, Alan Kardec. No, okay. So I want to look at 1 minute. Why am I on this? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. That's what I want to understand. Oh, so that's why this is working. Okay. So I want to explain a little bit about our life journey. When we come to Earth, we come with a group of spirit guides, and these guides are with us our entire life. And when we die, the guides help us to make the transition. But when we die, we go with every thought, every action, and everything that has ever happened. So basically, we're here on the earth, and it's kind of a journey that we're on. And so if we understand the journey, we really understand that how important it is, how we think, how we live our life, what we do, and what we plan to do when we die. I have been born with the gift of seeing into the other world, and later I'll give some messages, but I am always able to see in the world beyond. And that happened to me since I'm a little girl of 6 years old. And I come from a very, very, very religious family. Both my parents were very strong believers, and I was brought up with the knowledge of life after death, and also with the idea to respect all traditions and all religions, because every religion has a different way of looking at life after death. But in the end, they really have a lot of similarity, that they all believe that there is something. And most people are afraid of death, and they're afraid of death because they don't understand that there's no such thing as death. We do not die. We are born into the other world. And what is it like in the other world? In the other world, there are spirit schools, spirit hospitals, and we're very, very active in the spirit world. My husband is in the heaven world for 11 years now, and my sister, Roman Catholic nun, she's there 2 years. And really, almost every day, I see them and I hear them, and we can learn to see them and to hear them. And I have a center downtown on Maisonneuve and Fort, and we train people to develop their abilities. So the spirit world is a very exciting world, and we should not be afraid of death if we understand that there is no death. But most people are afraid of death because they think of hell. And heaven and hell are states of consciousness. We either can live in heaven or we can live in hell. If we live with hatred and anger and hatred and greed and jealousy, then we're kind of in a hell. But if we live with love and caring, then we're kind of in a heaven. And so the spirit world is a very, very exciting world. And of course, when someone dies, we miss them. I knew her husband, Vinesh, very, very well. Of course, she still misses him, but he's with us. And that's why she can carry on, and she tries to carry on, just as I carry on the work that my husband and I started many, many, many years ago. So the spirit world is a very active world. It's a very exciting world. And we have different senses. And with our senses, some people can see the spirit, like I can. Some can hear, some can sense. And when we are born, these gifts come with us, and our guides are around us, and our guides never leave us. They're always around. But our loved ones are not with us all the time because they become very active and busy in the other world. The other world, they have a lot to do. Like my husband was an Anglican priest, and he was an author, and he was a professor of religion at Concordia. And he is very active in the heaven world, working with the priests and the churches and the temples and the different religions. And the nun, the Roman Catholic nun, she's very active there too. And all your people who died are very active as well. You know, I want to already start telling you, I can go right here. I feel better if I can just be around you. It's much better. Is that okay?
So when I say rest in peace, we don't. That's nice. They're not
When you
resting.
say they're very active, start telling you, I'm going to and I'm going to start teaching you some things that I see from the heaven world. Is that okay with you? Why?
As as you are not in the video.
Can I?
Oh,
Turn the camera around. Turn it around.
Okay.
Turn it around.
Okay. Then
Yes.
we will see her.
See her back.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah.
okay. Just say so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around you, and I'm going to pick some of you, and I'm going to start telling you what I see from the other world. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes. And if you don't want a message, you say no. If you want a message, you say yes. Who wants a message from heaven?
I do.
Everybody does. Almost everybody. So when I come to you, I'm going to say, may I speak with you? And you will say either yes or no. May I speak with you today, sir?
Yes.
Can I tell you that there's a gentleman standing behind you? It is your father's father, your grandfather, and he's talking about your father. He says, your father had a lot of sadness when he was a child growing up. Are you aware of that, sir?
Not aware of that.
But you're not aware that there was sadness, that there was difficulty around him when he was growing up. And your grandfather says that it was very difficult for your father to express the depth of his love. But your grandfather wants you to know that your father has always loved you. You understand that? And that he loves you today. And he's trying to help you with a situation. There's a situation in your life right now, sir, that you are trying to change and trying to reorganize. Are you aware of that? And can I tell you that the last 2.5 to 3 years have not been very easy for you, but it's going to pass because by the time we get to May, June of this year, you will be entering into a new situation. There's also a spirit doctor with you who says you do not really like to follow medical advice. You understand that?
There's an element, more than an element of truth that I'm trying to change.
But you'd better follow medical advice. If you follow medical advice, things will work out well. God bless you. Do I have permission to talk to you? Yes. There's a beautiful lady who stands behind you, and she comes as your mother. And she says, that is my daughter. She says, speak to my daughter and tell my daughter, she says, tell my daughter that I am with her and that I love her very much. Your mother also says there was another child in the family who grew up in the other world. You understand that? There was a mismatch. And she says, we are all together now and we're having a wonderful time. Lady, do not be afraid. You're going through a period of a lot of difficulty and a lot of sadness. But that is going to change within the next 2, 3 months. There's a change taking place, and I feel a new joy and a new light that is going to be given to you. Isn't that exciting? Where you live is okay, but that's not where you're going to live. That's right. It's okay for now, but that's not where you're always going to live. You're going to want to make a change, but not right now. I want to leave you and I want to say, God bless you. Do I have permission to talk to you? En français, anglais?
En français.
En français, seulement. Je peux parler avec vous, madame?
Oui, avec plaisir.
OK, parce que je vois, il y a beaucoup des esprits autour de vous.
Oui.
Et je vois le papa, la maman, et je vois beaucoup des esprits. Mais je vois le grand-mère, la maman de votre maman et le grand-père de votre maman. Oui, ils sont environ vous. Et elle m'a dit, il avait un magasin, comprenez ça? Il avait un magasin quand il était sur la terre. Mais maintenant, c'est quand vous avez retenu les émotions dedans vous. Et c'est le temps pour vous maintenant de changer complètement parce que le Dieu est avec vous. Vous avez pleuré beaucoup, beaucoup. C'est temps pour vous de finir le pleurer et de réaliser que c'est le temps pour vous d'être heureuse. Comprenez ça?
Oui.
Et aussi, je vois qu'il y aura les changements dans les yeux. C'est nécessaire pour vous d'aller au médecin pour checker les lunettes. Comprenez ça?
Mhm.
Oui, et quand vous allez là, il va changer. Mais je vois aussi un enfant dans la famille qui est au ciel. Comprenez ça?
Mhm.
L'enfant, oui. Et l'enfant, c'est une fille et elle est très, très heureuse. Je peux parler avec vous anglais, français?
Français.
OK. S'il vous plaît. Non. OK. Madame, quand je suis avec vous, vous avez beaucoup de force. Vous avez beaucoup de dons vous-même. Vous avez le don pour les guérisons spirituelles. Et je vois que maintenant, c'est comme la situation dans la maison est difficile, comprenez ça? Mais la difficulté ne continue pas. Auprès de juin, juillet, auprès de l'été de cette année, la difficulté va être finie et vous commencerez un nouveau cycle dans votre vie. Mais je vois que dans la famille de votre papa, il y avait quelque chose que jamais la famille peut comprendre parce que le papa n'était pas avec la famille. Comprenez ça? C'est vrai. Mais son famille dit je l'excuse, mais il y avait une situation qui était très difficile et c'est pour ça la raison. Il ne pouvait pas être avec la famille, il ne pouvait pas aider la famille aussi. Mais le grand-père maintenant est au ciel, ils sont environ vous et il va vous aider. Et un guide me dit, n'avez pas l'angoisse avec le sujet d'argent parce que vous aurez assez d'argent. Mais s'il vous plaît, faites attention quand vous faites votre signature parce que je vois que vous avez donné l'argent. Il y avait les personnes qui ont pris l'argent. Comprenez ça, hein? Et c'est nécessaire. Faites attention. Ne faites pas la signature. Merci.
Merci.
Can I,
Merci beaucoup.
can I speak to you in anglais, français?
English.
In English?
Yes.
You don't like
If
my
you may
French?
speak. Oh, I like your
No,
French.
it's not so hot, but
My English is better.
your English is better. Okay. So I can talk to you. As I'm
Sure.
very much in your vibration, I see you when you were about 6, 7, 8 years old as a child. And I see that as a child, I mean, of course, children are playing, etc. But you were not such a very happy child because there was a difficulty in the family, if you understand that. And you tried your hardest to help everybody in the family. And now you're at a place in your life right now where I feel your whole life is getting ready to change. You're ready to reorganize your life right now. And I feel it's like you've walked out of one situation of your life and getting ready to enter into another situation. You understand that? And there's been a very difficult relationship situation around you. You know what? You should have thrown them out a long time ago. It's true. But Spirit says that's not what your destiny is. Your destiny is to be happy in your personal life. And Spirit says things are going to get better for you. You know, there are people from the heritage of your father who did not tell everything that they knew. They kept a lot of information in your father's family. Are you aware of that? You are. And now in the heaven world, they want to tell people about the information. They want to tell people why they were like that. They were like that because of traumas that had happened, and now they are at peace. So the two sides are very much at peace right now. So do not worry, something good is going to happen. And expect a new joy to take place in your life. I want to ask you something. Are you in touch with a medical doctor? Do you go see a medical doctor sometimes?
Rarely, only if I need them.
Only if you
I
need them.
avoid them.
Don't avoid them, because I feel that there's a medical doctor who will offer you some help. God bless you. Can I talk to you in English or French? Thank you. As I'm very much in your vibration, Spirit says it's time to rejoice. We want to stand up and rejoice. We want to let go of all the old ways of living, because you've tried this, tried that, and people have hurt you, people have taken advantage of you. And now it's time for a new life, if you understand that. Spirit says that where you're living, you're feeling not very happy. You're not feeling very much appreciated. But that is going to change. And Spirit says, have hope, because there's a new light opening up for you. There's also Spirit touching your lower back. And I feel that you have a sensitivity in the lower back area. Do you understand that? If you're doing yoga, that would be very good. You're doing yoga? Oh, that's very good. That's my remedy for everything, yoga. You're from the Shivananda Yoga School. And I've been with Shivananda since Swamiji came to Canada. So I'm very, very involved with the yoga program. So the point is, the yoga will help you very much. God bless you. Can I talk to you, please? Matching your vibration. Oh my God, there's a beautiful light. I'll come to you people later. But there's a beautiful light around you. And Spirit says, even though there is that light, you're not feeling that light. You've been going through a lot, and you've been crying a lot and crying a lot, not wanting other people to know. But Spirit says things are going to get very, very much better for you. Do not worry, things are going to get better. I'm sensing also something about your kitchen, your stove. I don't know if you've checked your stove. You haven't checked your stove? Be very careful with your stove, because I feel you don't always turn the burners off. Yes. Make sure you check your stove properly. Okay? And if you check your stove properly, everything will be okay. God bless you. Can I talk to you?
Yes.
In English or French?
French.
French, okay. Quand je suis dans votre vibration, je suis certaine, madame, que vous avez beaucoup, beaucoup de dons pour la spiritualité. Vous avez beaucoup de dons pour la voyance et pour parce que vous pouvez voir les esprits, vous pouvez entendre les esprits aussi. Mais je vois qu'il y avait une situation dans la famille avec un homme. C'est comme un frère, comprenez ça? Mais maintenant, il est OK maintenant. Il avait quelque chose de difficile dans son lit, comprenez ça? Oui, oui. Mais maintenant, il va être plus mieux. Il va être, oui. Quand les esprits disent, ça va être OK. Aussi, madame, je vois que vous voulez aider beaucoup de personnes. Vous avez déjà aidé beaucoup de personnes. Mais maintenant, c'est comme vous pensez, vous ne pouvez pas être heureuse. Mais ce n'est pas la vérité de tout. Parce que je vois, vous serez plus heureuse dedans vous. Et je vois, vous avez une vie très longue, plus de 91, 93 ans. C'est sur la terre. So c'est nécessaire pour vous de faire quelque chose très important que vous voulez faire. Merci. Can I speak to you?
Sure.
In English or French? English. Because I'm very much in your vibration. Your mother is here. Your father is here. Your grandparents are here. And there's a brother here. And a brother who went back into the other world. And they're all around you saying, it's time that we all meet again, because you have the gift of being able to see and to hear and to understand spirit. I'm sensing you have a beautiful gift of healing, and you're very good with balancing energies and working with headaches and earaches and things like that as well. I'm also sensing, I mean, you're not young, but you're not very old, but Spirit says you're going to be here till 95 or 97. So you have a long time to help a lot of people. I also want to say to you, the strangest thing is, did you wear earrings with holes in them? Did someone pull them? Be careful that you don't have with the holes that people can pull your earrings. Be very careful with that, okay? And also I'm hearing Spirit say you have to check the ceiling in your house, because I feel that there's like knocking in the ceiling and there's like messages coming.
Okay.
Do you hear something sometimes?
No, I have a cat only.
Oh, you have a
protecting
cat?
us, protecting us, the cat.
Oh yeah, that is yeah. But the point of Spirit says, make sure that your doors are closed, make sure your windows are closed, and make sure you lock your door properly with your key, because you do not always do that.
I always do that.
No. Spirit says, make sure your key, you make sure you properly lock everything. And if you lock everything, you're protected and you
I
are
have
guided.
sage too. So
Hey.
sage, at home, and it's
Oh,
sage,
very good.
and I burn sage.
Okay, very good. Okay. Get to some of you. Did you get a message yet? We did.
Here. Us two.
Just you.
And me.
Yeah. Oh. Straight. May I, and Pastor Lucy, may I talk to you? Yes. Thank you. In English or French, as I'm very much in your vibration, Spirit says there's a situation in your personal life right now that you are trying to figure out what to do. Do you understand that? And Spirit says right now, don't do anything. Wait. Because within the next 4 to 7 months, there will be a change. There will be a change in that person's life. The person will make a change. Don't go anywhere now. Keep things as they are, because there will be an improvement in that particular situation. I'm also hearing Spirit talk about 2 children from your grandmother who grew up in the other world, miscarriages that she had, and that they, of course, are alive in the other world and they're watching over. But Spirit says you've been feeling as if people do not quite understand you, and they don't have to. Only you have to understand yourself. You understand that as well, eh? I'm also sensing that where you're living, it's okay, but I don't feel you're going to be living there. There's going to be a change. Are you ready for that change?
Not yet.
Not yet, but there will be. When the change comes, you will be ready. I want to leave it. I want to say bless you. Who did I talk to? You.
La.
Last but not the least.
Not the least.
May I talk to you, dear?
Absolutely.
English or French? As I'm very much in your vibration, I'm seeing you very, very busy with papers and documents and organizing things. And then I'm looking at some old pieces of furniture. And I see that there's someone in your heritage who liked to collect who liked old pieces of like old furniture and antiques, really, is what I'm looking at. And so I feel from your grandmother, from your father's side, there was someone who liked antiques. And she's showing me some of these antiques. She says you have a wonderful ability to be of service to people, and you have been of service, but you put too much pressure on yourself. And Spirit says it's time not to put so much pressure on yourself. I don't know if you like to bake or cook, but I just heard Spirit say, be careful with the baking that you don't burn or something, because sometimes you're not very careful with the stove. That's what I heard. And also I could hear so clearly, your grandmother from your mother's side, she used to like little salt and pepper shakers. Because she shows me little salt and pepper shakers. And she says, whenever you see these old little salt and pepper shakers, it's your grandmother. Did I reach everybody?
No, I don't. I don't.
No.
I don't. Yeah.
But everybody got
Do you
it.
see my husband around?
He's behind you. And he puts his hands on your shoulder.
Has he got anything to say?
Yes. He says, my love is with you. And he says, it's very different here from what I thought. He said, I really didn't want to go, but I know I had to.
Ask him if he's reading books up there.
Eh?
Ask him if he's reading books up
Oh,
there.
very much
He
so.
reads a lot.
Yes,
He
he's still reading.
loved his books.
He's reading
He's still
books and
reading?
he's still carrying on. And he says to tell you, you're not going to be coming over for a very long time. But when you come, he'll be there to greet you.
Oh, that's good.
I want to leave you that and say bless you.
Very good.
Okay, so that's how spirit communication works. Now, perhaps you might have some questions. I'm going to sit down here.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions about the spirit world? No. I have a center downtown and I train people to develop their abilities. And because we all come to Earth with these abilities. And I think it's important to know how to work with our intuition. And the intuition comes in different ways. It either comes as a vision or hearing or sensing. And we all have it, but most people don't listen to the messages that come. You agree? So we have to learn how to listen to the messages when the messages are being given to us. Yes,
I apologize, maybe it's a little bit
I can't hear a word.
a question,
Yeah.
but maybe it's a little bit crazy. But
I don't hear.
Online people are looking for, they are unable to see you, so they want
Oh.
to see you.
I can't hear her. Come here.
Come closer.
yes, I have one small question.
Yes.
Like you describe so beautiful the other world seems better than this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is in our world here, we start having a lot of troubles, like people have a lot of hatred after COVID. It's a lot of dissemination between opinions of people. They can become more spiritual, but most of them are very fear of death, more and more fear. Like if you go in the street, if you get close to somebody, sometimes they're feared because you got close. So there are things that are not good. And if in the other world, spirits can help us, will they help us with this?
Very good question. The truth really is that the spirits are always around us and they always want to help us. We have to be willing to accept their help. But even before COVID, there was a lot of trauma, and the thing is, we have to learn how to really live a clean life. I believe proper nutrition is very important. And as a yogi, we talk about certain, I'm sure you all know, breathing exercises, pranayama, repetition of the mantra, positive thinking, proper nutrition, not killing animals unnecessarily, etc. And if we take proper care of ourselves, it'll be much easier. There's always going to be people who don't understand. So we want to pray for them and eventually they will understand. The thing is, we are affected not only by us, we're affected by things that have happened in other generations. We're really affected by the people and the situations of the last 7 generations. And so, in our heritage, there has been all kinds of trauma. We all come from a heritage where there's been happy days, sad days, sickness, health, etc. And all of that is around us. And so it's important to learn who we really are. And that's why the teaching of yoga is so important. I mean, yoga brings together, as you know, are you all practicing yoga?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. How often do you do yoga?
Every day.
Every day. How many do it every day? Every day? Oh, that's wonderful. And you do pranayama breathing exercises? Oh, you need to do breathing exercise. You need to do the alternate nostril breathing and the repetition of the mantra. Mantras are very important. Positive thinking, etc. That's very, very important. But there are all kinds of things happening in the world. And now we're really at a crisis on this earth. I mean, there's a good and there's a not good. If we ask the United Nations, there's about 50 wars going on right now, not just in Ukraine and Russia and the Middle East. There's 50 odd wars that are happening now, big wars, little wars. And there's going to be, in the next 2-3 years, some great manifestations that will occur from the heaven world, and that will bring the light to the surface. And
end the war?
Eh?
Will the wars end?
The wars will end. Yeah.
In the next 3 years?
2-3 years.
3 years.
In the next 2-3 years, there's going to be tremendous manifestations. In fact, the war that's going on in the Middle East now, I predicted that a few years before it happened, and there's going to be something unexpected that's going to happen. And as a result of that, there will be the light, and the light will overtake the darkness. In the end, the light will overtake the darkness. Yes. I can't hear a word. I don't hear her.
She's saying that, can you repeat in French, because she doesn't speak English.
In French, of course.
But Dr. Rossner, I have a question.
Only the last part's about the war. She wants
Yeah.
the part, like what's going
Dans les deux toisonnées, il y aura quelque chose de magnifique qui arrive du ciel. Une grande manifestation va être ici sur la terre. Et le résultat sera que la lumière va être the winner. The light is going to overcome the darkness. La lumière va finir les choses qui n'est pas bon. Mais ce n'est pas seulement Middle East and Russia, Ukraine. Il y a 52 ans de guerre in the world right now, 52 wars going on in different countries. And they're fighting, in different reasons. But there will be manifestations because the light will overcome the war.
Okay. No, we're given free will.
Eh?
We are given free will, right?
We are given
free will.
Yes.
Right. So when a manifestation comes like that, I mean, that's wonderful. But isn't it sort of taking away from people the ability for them to exercise their own free will? Because
No. When the manifestation comes, we either accept it or we
you
don't.
accept it or not.
I mean, there is light on the earth now.
Yes.
People accept light and many people don't. Many people like to fight.
Yeah.
Many people like to kill because they think if you kill and send more weapons, that's going to be better.
So is this seen as like an intervention though from above?
Yes,
It's an intervention
it's an intervention.
because they want to save us from
They want to save us from destruction.
destruction.
They want to save us from sickness, from destruction. Yes.
Dr. Rosner, will you like to answer some of the questions from the
Yes.
people on?
Well, where are the questions?
Okay, Shriram, can you please ask the question? Hello,
Who should?
hello, anybody?
They
Sriram,
want to speak with Dr. Rossner.
Okay,
Not a
then tell them
question.
to raise the hand and then ask the question.
Where's the
Is
hand?
it okay? The
Yeah.
hand is here.
But where's the question?
Is your speaker working, Linda?
Please enable
Hi.
your microphone and you can ask the question directly to Dr. Rossner.
What?
Hello?
Linda, your microphone is not.
She's talking now.
Yes, I think my microphone is working. Good morning, Marilyn. Good morning,
Good
Mira.
morning.
Good morning, everybody at class. I miss you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you see me, Marilyn?
No, where are you?
I'm on
Raise
Facebook.
your hand.
I'm on Zoom.
Oh, I
Do
see you
have
now.
no
Yeah.
computer? Good morning. Hi.
Good morning. I see you now.
I was wondering if there might be an inspiration or message for me.
What a nice
Simple
question that is. As I'm beginning to see into the other world, I am sensing that there's a very big change getting ready to manifest around you in your personal life, in your career life, in your spiritual life, and also where you live. And you are ready for this change. You understand that?
Yes. Oh, yes.
You have been asking for this change and you are ready. But
Yes,
you've
ma'am.
gone through the last 3-4 years have been filled with a lot of emotional up and down and up, and things have not worked out very well. But Spirit says things are going to get much better for you. Oh, so what happened here?
What happened?
I don't know.
Rampati.
I don't hear anything.
Okay,
I'm here. I can still hear you and
you're
see
okay,
you.
talk. Yeah, whatever is.
Okay, so Spirit says something good, something new is going to happen. Oh, there she is. Something good, something new is going to happen for you. Do not be afraid.
Thank you.
Also, it is very important that you go for your regular medical checkups
I am.
because you have not been following medical care properly. You understand that? And Spirit says if you follow medical care,
Okay.
things will work out very well and you'll be here for a very, very long time.
Oh, thank you.
It's nice,
Bless
eh?
you, Marilyn. You made my day.
Good. God bless you. God
Yeah,
bless you.
too.
Next person. Okay.
What's your question?
Yeah, you ask, yeah, because
So,
I noticed that several people were told, including myself, to seek medical and get
Yeah.
medicine. Now, personally, especially since what's happened in the last few years, I've lost trust in the medical industry completely. I don't believe that they are working for my benefit and my health. They have their own interests. Now, I do take care of myself physically in whichever way I can and in natural methods. I'm not one to run to a doctor. So
I understand.
when you say medical, are you specifically referring to one type of doctor or
No,
is it?
no. It
Okay.
depends. It
Okay.
just depends. I mean,
Because there are many other type of
obviously,
healers, right?
there is healing, of course, and there's also medicine. My work has been in psychiatry. I've worked in psychiatry for over 40 years, and I believe very much in medicine, and I believe very much in holistic health. I mean, I'm practicing yoga every morning, 4:30 to 5. If you come into my house, that's where I am. And I believe in acupuncture and proper nutrition, etc. But the doctors have a particular part to fill also. And if you need a doctor, you go to a doctor. If you don't need a doctor, you don't go. Eh?
doctors available.
What?
No doctor is available. Nowadays, yeah, there is shortness of, yeah.
Of course there's shortage, but you go to the CLSC, you get there early and you wait.
16 hours.
Well, you may have to. Anybody else? Yes, in the back there. I can't hear.
Yeah, come closer and speak louder because
I have a friend who has blood cancer, and I don't know how much longer he has to live. Is there some way to prepare? I mean, I believe very strongly that he will continue, but still, he won't be here physically. And I'm not a person who's ever had contact with a spirit or anything. So, is there a way for me to prepare myself and to help him as well?
Very much. It's very important when we know someone is getting ready to go into the other world to prepare them. And also, how do you prepare them? You call on their family members, you call on their guides to be close to them, you call on the family members to watch over them. And also, it depends what their condition is. And so I try very hard to prepare the person and the families as well, and to tell them about the other world. We're all going there. We all go with a package on our shoulders, and in that package we have every thought, every action, everything that we ever did is there. We take it with us. And so when we go into the other world, we first go to a place, we meet our guides, we meet our loved ones, and then we go to a place of rest. Then we wake up and we carry on living in the other world. Like her husband is still very active. My husband is active. Her husband is still very active. They continue to live in the other world. They're not just sitting and doing nothing. It's a very, very busy place.
What if they don't believe that?
They don't have to believe it. It's going to happen to them. Whether they believe it or not, they're going somewhere.
Because I can feel it's very scary for him, although he does.
Well, it is very scary.
Yeah.
So what you can do is encourage him to read the work of people like Raymond Moody, like Eben Alexander, Alan Kardec, especially the two books, the Spirit's book and the Medium's book. Of course, a lot of people don't believe it. They don't believe it and they're scared of it. And they're afraid of what they don't know. But when you know about the other world, you know, my husband was at the Shivananda ashram and he took a deep breath and he got up and he said, I'm going to take a little walk. And he just took a little walk. We were at the ashram where I go all the time. And he just sat down and he smiled and he went. And the Roman Catholic nun who lives with us for 33 years, Sister Leona, she knew Mira, she knew Vinesh well. She was at home and she just said, oh, look, Jesus is here. And she went. So we can go peacefully also. But if they don't believe it, they don't believe it. We don't try to convince anybody. You say, you may not believe this, but this is what I believe. Anyone else have a question?
Somebody on the,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Hi, Dr. Marilyn. Can you hear me?
Can hear you and I can see you.
Yeah, good. I'm actually in the middle of doing a lot of healing this year. I'm trying to do a past life regression. I'm trying to find Dolores Cannon. I'm a big fan of her work, Dolores Cannon. I don't know. Do you see me successfully integrating, the past life regressions? I never done hypnosis before, and I'm a little bit scared.
I know Dolores Cannon very well. We used to bring her to Montreal every year, and she's a very good friend of mine. And her technique is wonderful. And no, I feel you would do very well with that.
Okay, thank you. I won't have any the past life regression, whatever issues comes up. I'm not gonna be too traumatic from that experience.
No, not at all. No, not because your spirit guides will be there.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody?
Who's this, Michelle?
Another person there.
Eh?
Let this do.
What?
Okay. Yeah, Michelle, talk. We cannot
Where's
see you,
Michelle?
but we will.
Oh, I'm still here, sorry.
Oh, you are still
Bye
here?
bye.
Anybody
Bye-bye.
else from the online? Anybody else from online wants to ask something?
I wouldn't mind. Hi, Meryl. I'm
Hi.
not sure if you could hear
Hello?
me. Hi, can you
I
hear me?
can. Who's talking? Michelle?
No,
No.
Anna. Anna.
Anna.
I'm waving at the same time.
you
I don't know how
please-
many people have their
Yeah.
I don't
videos
see
on.
her.
Okay, can you please show her?
Where are you?
Okay,
Ann?
she was here.
I could
Oh,
see
I
you.
see you now.
Like, oh, hi, how are you?
Hi, Anna. How are you?
Good, good. I don't want to interrupt your flow. I was just kind of hoping if you saw some inspiration or message that I need to hear today.
How nice that is. As
Mm.
I'm looking into the other world, there's a man who had difficulty breathing, and it is
Mhm.
your grandfather. And he says he had a lot of difficulty breathing, but he says he is okay now. He's also talking about land. He used to be connected to a large piece of land, and he
Mhm.
says it's very beautiful where he is, not to worry. And he says for you to go and do what you really want to do. You've been holding yourself back from making the decision, taking the decision you've wanted to take for a period of time. You understand that? But he says, don't be afraid. The decision is a good decision and it will work out in your favor.
Thank you. Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Paula, you wanted to ask? Please come and ask louder.
Thank you very much in advance. I learned that you were healing people psychiatrical.
I was what?
You are a psychiatrical doctor.
I can't hear what?
You are a doctor in
It-
psychiatry field.
Psychiatrist.
I'm a doctor in
Psychiatrist.
special education,
Psychiatry
in education spécialisée.
education specialist.
Yes.
And there are many young people which have psychiatric disease.
Yes.
And my question is, number one, such a disease can be healed.
Definitely yes. 100% yes. And I want to encourage everybody to read the work of Gabor Mate, Gabormate, and he's a specialist with understanding attachment and traumas. And his work is just wonderful. There's so many, very good teachers now, and illnesses can get better. Definitely they can get better. Anyone else have a question? No.
I have just a question.
Yeah.
At what age I will die?
At what age? What?
I will die.
You? Oh no, I won't answer that. No.
Okay.
But you have many, many long years here, Mira.
Okay.
Many long years. The earliest you would die is 89, but you can go to 97. You have a long time to teach yoga.
Will I die physically independent?
Hey?
physically independent,
What do you mean?
as sometimes people are in seniors home for
No,
50
no, no, no,
years.
no. You're going to be okay. Your mind is going to be okay. No Alzheimer, no dementia.
And I will be able to walk and
Of
help
course,
myself.
for a
Okay.
long, long time.
Okay, thank you.
That's the good news, eh? Yes.
I don't know if it's appropriate to ask this, but it's for someone in my family. Can I ask that?
Who is it in your family?
A very close cousin.
Does she know you're going to ask?
No. Don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You really need permission from a person.
Okay. It's just for a physical problem he's going through, and I want to know if he's going
What
to.
kind of a physical problem?
He's losing his eyesight, and he's young, and I want to know if he will heal.
If he will,
Heal. He will get.
he could go to a doctor and get healing from that. They have different.
There's no cure for what he has.
What does he have?
Some sort of very rare retinal.
Eye disease. But they're coming up with new techniques all the time.
Yeah, they're not.
Have to be positive. That's very important.
Oh, he's very positive.
Okay,
I've
and
seen him
expect something good to
transform
happen.
completely. Okay. I worry about him because he's young and.
Don't worry. Worrying makes it worse.
Anybody else? Any question? Anybody from the online?
No.
No? Sriram, do you have to ask something?
Who is Sriram?
Sriram is actually controlling the computer.
No, I'm okay.
You're okay?
Okay.
Just like you,
Hey,
just like Sanu, you know.
I'm okay. I'm
Well,
okay. Thank you.
let us all be determined to be positive, to be faith-filled, to practice our yoga, to keep our minds uplifted. And I always tell people, I don't know about you, but I don't watch any news on the television. I don't want all that negative stuff. No, 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 no.
If you don't,
Because I get from the Facebook. I mean, but I know about the Israeli war and about the Ukraine war, but I don't know. I don't watch. I don't even have a television.
Other than
Eh?
news, TV news.
What do you mean?
There's ways to find out.
Of course, of course. No, no, I don't like to. I don't want all that stuff in my head. That's very good. Very good. Well, let's keep ourselves positive, faith-filled, healthy, eating properly, getting enough rest, doing the yoga, the pranayama, the mantras. And we have classes at our center. Monday, we have a course on activate your chakras. Tuesday, we have tarot. Wednesday, we have mediumship. And Friday, we have meditation and mediumship.
in the evening or during
They're all in the evening, 7 o'clock.
You mentioned mantras.
Eh?
You mentioned mantras.
Mantras, yeah.
Does somebody give you a mantra that's suitable to you? Or
Yeah, for sure.
mantra, because I don't have a mantra.
If you don't have a mantra, you can use a universal mantra like Om, or I tell everybody Om Namah Shivaya. That's a universal mantra. But we have a man who specializes in that. And if you came, he could give you a mantra. And there are many swamis who can give you a mantra. But just repeating the sound of Om. And as I tell people, if you are very emotional in nature, so you focus beside the heart. If you're more intellectual in nature, you focus on the third eye area when you repeat. So inhale Om, exhale Om, Om, Om. And if you do that with the breath, you just are very peaceful.
How many times should we repeat the mantra, Marilyn?
Well, I usually tell people to do the alternate nostril breathing. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. That's one round. I usually tell people do 15 rounds.
how many of you will like to listen to, as I wanted to invite Danielle of your institution?
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be wonderful.
Yeah, but I was thinking mantra is Hindu, and mostly we have not invited anybody religious.
But he's not Hindu at all.
Yeah, so but I was thinking maybe people may not like.
Why? To learn about mantras.
Yeah.
Would you like a session on mantras?
He gives mantra for everything, for this, for that, for this reason, that reason.
He's
He
wonderful with
specializes in
mantras.
mantras, healing by mantra or something like that.
Yeah.
What will you say?
It would be
Healing by
wonderful. Eh?
He's mantra healer? No.
He gives mantras, of course.
Oh, he gives mantras. Yeah.
And he teaches about mantras.
Yeah, he graduated with me in your institution.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting at the end of that. Yes. How many would like?
Yeah. Sure.
As I say, that all those things just to listen, we don't have to follow. But yeah, it is good to know. Does it work?
Yeah, that's right. You can listen.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow it. You can listen.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Well, you're all questioned out. I hope to see you sometime in Montreal. I mean, at my center or here. But keep on doing your yoga. That's the most important.
Yeah.
That's really the most important. God bless you.
So shall we continue? Will you like to talk something?
No,
Give us some knowledge.
that's enough knowledge.
Okay. So
Question, just for your own belief. Do you believe in reincarnation?
Of course.
You do.
Of course.
Okay. So do you know your past lives?
Yes. Some.
Some of them.
The question is not how many lives. We've really lived every expression of life. The question is which lives are affecting us now.
Now, yeah.
That's what the question is.
Because you see, when I pass over, I don't want to come back here. I'd like to go to Venus. Because Venus is the planet of love, right? And love should rule the world.
Well, you'll go
this planet.
according to how you've lived.
Yeah. But there's choices too. I can make a choice.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can I make a comment? I don't have a question.
okay.
I'll just
could have a discussion.
so you can hear. Yeah, it's interesting what you said because I'm going through a very big dilemma in my life, and I needed a sign, something, tell me what to do. And I was really searching inside, and I was hoping something would come. And it's so strange. I have a printer at home. Next to my printer is a bookshelf. I was printing a document and I just picked up, while I was waiting, I picked up a random book from my shelf, which I hardly read anymore. These are books I read years ago. As I picked it up, a letter fell out of the book. And it's a letter from my mother. She wrote to me about 21 years ago, which I must have read and put in the book and forgot about. At that time, that letter had no meaning to me. It was just, my mom wrote me a letter and I read it. Okay, yeah, mom say this stuff. When that letter fell out, my eyes went straight to one sentence. And it was written in Hindi. And she's saying, and it was exactly for what my dilemma was.
Wow.
And in there, I was I was transported to another. I was like, wow, that's the answer to what I've been thinking. And in there, it says, you have to learn to forgive the younger people in your life because you know better than them. You're the eldest, so you have to learn to forgive. And it was exactly the situation. And that's exactly like, there was a whole page and my eyes went straight there. I was mesmerized. I said, my God, this meant nothing to me, this letter. I just said, okay, it's mom advice. And I read it and packed it away. But now I'm reading it. This is my answer.
It's very important. We all get messages like that. We go into a store and all of a sudden there's music playing, and it could be the music of someone who's now in the other world, that they like that music. Or you meet someone and the person reminds you of someone. We have to learn to recognize the signs.
You have to want, the desire has to be
Oh, sure.
sincere, and the answers come.
The answers will come.
They do.
What about passion?
What about what?
Passion.
What?
You have to have passion. Passion. Passion.
What?
You have to have passion. She said.
Yeah.
Passion.
Patience.
No passion. Passion.
Passion, yeah.
You have to be passionate. Love.
Passionate, yeah.
Self-love. Is love.
Dr. Rosner, as you say that several births, when will be or what will be our last birth, as a man or as a woman? What do you think? I have thought several times, because sometimes I felt being woman, I was deprived of something. Being woman, I was forced not to do this, not to do that.
Your
So-
last birth is when you become realized, like Lord Buddha.
Lord Buddha. Okay, because that's what, as according to Hinduism, we die, we take 7 births, 7 human births, and human.
Only 7.
I've not heard.
Yeah, yeah.
I've not heard that.
Okay, but I have heard, and
Where is it?
I don't know. That's what I. Have you heard the song "Har Janam Ho Hamara Milan" or "Sato Janam"?
That's for the wedding. That's Sato
Yeah,
Janam.
no, Sato Janam. All those things are there. Sato Janam means 7 lives.
Only 7.
Yeah, yeah. But
Say that
according to
wedding.
Hinduism, we take birth in 840s.
8,400,000.
86 lakh is that.
No, 8,000,000.
Chorasi.
8,400,000.
Yeah,
There's four.
but in that, it may be coming from amoeba to hydra to this to that. All those are births, but human birth is just 7. And I feel, according to Hinduism, man's birth is the last
Yeah.
one, not the woman. But I feel
Not
that
necessarily.
this world, everything is a manly world.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, but the religion said that, and sometimes that's what I think. That I don't know. Mostly it is the world is manly.
Yeah, and if you look at Hinduism,
Yeah.
there's always the masculine and feminine energy, the Shiva
Oh.
Parvati. right?
Okay.
Vishnu
Yeah.
Lakshmi. There's both.
Inside
Why
us too.
Yeah,
Within us,
inside
like
we have
you
masculine,
said. Yeah.
feminine.
Yeah.
The reason the world is in this state is because the masculine, right, the feminine has been suppressed. That's why we are seeing this chaos around us.
Mhm.
It's not in balance. There was a time many millennia ago where the female energy, the feminine energy was stronger.
Yeah.
Okay. And the male was not.
Okay.
But they need to come into balance for everything to work well in the universe. So there's no such thing. You know, I have a Guruji, and this question was asked.
Mhm.
Women can get salvation just as men. It has nothing to do with your gender, physical gender.
Mhm.
It's you are a soul. Soul has no gender. Soul is not masculine or feminine.
When we pass over, there is no male,
There is no
female.
gender.
You
Only
just
the
be a
body
spirit.
has gender.
Yeah.
So this has nothing. Forget about your male or female physically. Soul has 0 gender. But our characteristics, we have feminine and masculine characteristics inside us. But when right now in the world, the feminine is suppressed and the feminine is revolting slowly. And hopefully it won't revolt to the point where it starts suppressing the other way. It
Yeah.
has to be in balance. And it's so hard to obtain the balance in the world, but I think that's what it's striving for right now. But forget this gender thing. Soul has no gender.
Okay. I believe that scientifically it is said matter can neither be created nor destroyed. It just changes the form.
Exactly.
So that is okay with me. But yes, for male and female, I always thought, as we were just six sisters, no brother.
What?
I have 5 sisters. I don't have brothers. So there were some things, there were some circumstances when I felt very severely that if I had a brother, So that's why or for myself too, I feel that will my next birth be a man or a woman, or maybe I will get nirvana.
Maybe you'll have nirvana. That's right.
I don't know, but that's what I think.
You choose when you're ready to come back. You choose what you want to be.
No, if somebody else, God decides where I have to do what I did.
I think
Did I do
decide.
same?
It's
You
all-
decide.
it's you
Yeah.
decide. You
You
decide.
It's me decide.
Oh,
We
yeah.
decide.
Oh,
It
yeah.
depends how your soul, it's according to your soul.
Yeah. What it is you want to do
You
in
are
the next
God.
life.
You are God.
That
There's
I
no
know.
separation.
Brahmasmi. Yeah.
That's it. So
In
you
Sanskrit, there is a saying, "You are the God,"
Of course.
and that's what it is. That for us, we are the God. What we made ourselves, it is made by us, not by anybody
To
else.
change the subject, have any of you visited, besides Mira, the Shivananda ashram? It's 1 hour north of Montreal.
I went there when it opened up.
Oh my
A long
God.
time ago.
That's a long, long time ago. There we have a beautiful ashram 1 hour north of Montreal. I go every week for a day, and it's just beautiful. We have our day is we wake up 5:30, 6 o'clock we have meditation until 8. 8 o'clock we do asanas until 10. 10 we eat, and at 12 we have a lecture, and then at 4 we have asanas, and at 6 we eat, and then at night we have another lecture. And it's not expensive to go there at all. You can go there for a day to visit, doesn't cost anything. But if you want to stay overnight, it's not expensive at all. And the food is delicious and it's wonderful.
If you Google Wal More Ashram, because Shivananda, I know it will be difficult for you all. Wal More Ashram, it's there.
Valmorin?
Yeah.
At Valmorin?
Yeah.
Valmorin, yes.
And if you want to enjoy sometimes just leisurely with the nature, Wal Sante is also a thing. And Wal Sante and Wal More was started together, but at the maybe long years ago, Wal Sante was sold. And
what was sold?
Wal Sante.
Val Sante?
What?
Yeah.
VAN?
Yeah, Wal Sante. Yeah, Wal Sante was sold, and it is a naturopath healing center.
Oh.
You go there, $100 each day. They will provide you the food. And what is the food? Whatever is your requirement health-wise, it will be just juice of all those kinds of fruits.
Where is that?
It is in Rawdon.
Oh, in Rawdon.
Exit 59 or something. Yeah, it's there. I went there. It is good, and it is in 10 acre of land. There is a artificial pond, and you can go and walk and do whatever. And there are 16 rooms only, so sometimes you may not get, but I have seen people, they go there, they stay there and get treated by the naturopath. She treats, and actually she was one of my school teacher who quit teaching, and then she was running that. And in near about 15 years, last year she sold in $1 million. And I thought, yeah, that was a very good thing, that quitting teaching and doing that kind of job, it was a good thing. Yeah.
So it's called Val Sante.
Wal Sante. Yeah.
VAN.
VL. Yeah. That was ashram, but this is Sante, and it's good. Yeah. Not far from the city, not far from highway, but yeah, it's good. Anybody else wants to ask anything? Personal or private or something? Monsieur Wu? Est-ce que vous voulez do you want to ask anything? No?
Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Dr. Rossner.
You're welcome.
As a gift, Vinesh Saxena Foundation gives a gift of a shirt to the guest speaker. I have brought that, and I will give you there because it is there. If I was going to bring that, I was missing your lecture, so I did not bring. I will give you later on.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Okay, so we can go to eat, and you all have to adjust how we will eat, how we will be served, everything, because things are just on the chart.